Cooking a turkey is synonymous with cooking something for people that you love. Hi everyone, I'm Karen Ahmed, and today on Cravings Food Adventures, we're going to be cooking a delicious Middle Eastern inspired turkey. Whether you're making a turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas or any other occasion, this bird is always the star of the show. While I love to cook a turkey, I really hate the long cooking time. So this time I decided to spatchcock my turkey. And what this means is I'm going to cut away the spine, leaving the turkey flat down. This is going to reduce the cooking time considerably. There are a couple of steps to cooking a turkey. If you're going to buy a frozen turkey, make sure to defrost your turkey according to the package instructions. I will usually leave it in my fridge for 24 hours and then I sit it in a water bath for another 24 hours. This ensures that my turkey has defrosted all the way through. Usually I prefer to get a fresh turkey, but this time because I made my turkey video ahead of Thanksgiving, I wasn't able to find a fresh turkey. So a frozen turkey is just going to have to do. Now make sure if this is the first time that you're cooking a turkey, there are things that are stuffed into the cavity. Don't make the mistake of cooking the turkey as is. You need to reach in there and pull out whatever the manufacturer has put inside the cavity of the bird. Usually it's the neck and the giblets. All those things are going to be delicious and they're going to make a great stock later. So I'm just going to pull all of those out and keep it aside. One thing I love to do with my turkey is brine it. Now brining your turkey ensures that your bird is flavorful and moist. You need to have a container that's large enough to hold your turkey. I have a bucket that I've reserved only for this occasion, and I'm going to add half a cup of salt, half a cup of sugar, and 4 liters of water right into this bucket. I'm also going to throw in some slices of lemon and lime. I'm going to give this a good mix to make sure everything's well incorporated. And then all I'm going to do is immerse my bird in this wonderful mixture. I'm going to cover it with some foil and I'm going to leave it in my fridge for 24 hours. On the day you're planning to cook your turkey, take it out of the brine and leave it to drain. I usually will leave my turkey the cavity side down so that all of the water that's collected into the cavity has a chance to drain right out. Next, I'm going to dry my bird. I'm going to use a couple of pieces of kitchen towel and I'm going to go right over the bird on the front and the back, making sure that it's nice and dry. If your bird has any moisture on it, what's going to happen is when it goes into that oven, instead of crisping up, it's just going to steam. I'm now going to start with some spatchcock action, and I'm going to tell you this was one of the hardest things that I ever did. I thought this was going to be really easy to do because I've spatchcocked a chicken before, but spatchcocking a turkey is a whole other ball game. The spine is a lot tougher. But I prepared my board with some knives and I've got my special kitchen scissors. You need to make sure that this kitchen scissors is very sharp, and I'm going to cut one side of the spine. Every time I got stuck, all I did was try to saw through with a knife. I went through one side of the spine, turned the bird around, and cut right through to the other side. Once I got the spine out, I simply stabbed the inside of the breastbone just so it's easy to flatten. Then I'm going to turn the turkey around and give it some CPR, just pressing down on that breast to flatten my turkey right out. Now let's prepare the delicious Middle Eastern inspired marinade that's going to coat this bird. In a bowl, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika, followed by 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of sumac, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of onion flakes. I'm going to add coarse salt. I've got about 3 tablespoons of coarse salt that I'm going to throw in, as well as 2 tablespoons of ground pepper. Now I'm going to add some liquid ingredients. I'm going to start with 4 tablespoons of olive oil and 4 tablespoons of pomegranate molasses. Now, if you've seen some of my other Arabic videos, you know that I love to use pomegranate molasses. It's such an incredible ingredient. It adds a little bit of sweetness, but it's also going to caramelize that skin really well. I'm going to mix everything together and it looks a little bit dry, so I'm going to add another 6 tablespoons of olive oil right in. Mix everything together, and then I'm going to divide this mixture into 3 bowls. The reason for this is I'm going to reserve 1 for the basting of the bird. I'm going to reserve 1 for the initial basting of the bird. And the third one, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chopped parsley in. This is actually going to go under the skin. I don't want to get parsley on the outside of the bird because what will happen is it'll burn and you'll see little black spots all over your turkey. It's not very attractive. So just make sure you reserve the parsley for inside the skin. It just adds such an incredible flavor. I'm going to start with stuffing the inside of the skin with the delicious mixture with the parsley in it, and I'm going to try and go under the skin as far as I can go, depositing this delicious marinade right inside under the skin of the bird. I'm trying to go in with the drumsticks and all over the sides, trying to get that in wherever I can. I'm also going to paint the outside of the bird. I'm just going to smear it with 1/3 of the marinade that I reserved, and I'm going to try and get to every nook and cranny. Next, I'm going to get my turkey dish out, and it's got a wire rack at the bottom, and I'm going to place my turkey breast side up right into my turkey roaster. I'm also going to add some vegetables. I'm going to add in some onions, some mushrooms, as well as some green pepper. That's going to make the stock incredibly tasty. I'm also going to throw all the bits and pieces that I reserved of the turkey. Don't throw that away. I've got the spine, the neck, and also some of the turkey gizzards. All of that is going to go right in. The first thing I'm going to do is cover my roaster, and I'm going to let this cook for about 40 minutes. And after that, I'm going to open it up and I'm going to continuously baste it with the 1/3 that I reserved for later. I'm going to do this about twice, and the turkey skin is going to have a beautiful glow right across, and it's going to roast to perfection. Now, if you were to cook a traditional bird, this would have taken about 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours to 4 hours. This is about a 12-pound bird that I'm cooking. But because I'm spatchcocking it, it's going to take me about 2.5 hours tops to cook this bird. So as you can see, I'm going to have a lot more time to prep some of my other ingredients to serve my guests. I'm going to start cooking the bird at 350 degrees, and to brown the skin, I'm going to turn up the temperature a little bit of the oven. Now, if you feel that your bird's getting too brown too quick, you can always turn the oven temperature down again. This year, instead of serving this bird with the traditional stuffing, I am serving it with my barley stir fry. It's so delicious. It's got barley, which is a complex carb, and it's got mushrooms and sausage and all those delicious things. I'm also going to serve this bird with some thoum. Because it's a Middle Eastern flavored bird, thoum or a garlic paste is actually going to go so well with that meat. I'm going to leave both of those recipes links right here for you to click on. If you want to try some of my other turkey recipes, I'm also going to leave those links. I did a spiced turkey a couple of years ago, and last year I did a tandoori turkey. Both of those were delicious. Thank you so much for joining me on Cravings Food Adventures. Don't forget that I upload new videos every Friday. Make sure that you're subscribed so you're the first to see it. And don't forget to follow me on all of my social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and even Snapchat. I hope to see you soon. Do take care. Bye.